Now, let's move into games that we do have somewhat of a clue about, but still highlights not easy to get. USA, Uruguay, 1916. That was a World Cup qualifier game one. What were your thoughts on this one?
I was actually very impressed with World Rugby because they actually streamed the whole game on YouTube for that match between USA and Uruguay. It was a very close one. Few good tries from USA as well. In terms of the first one that they scored was just absolutely phenomenal. Just players offloading for fun, also just breaking the line. I saw a bit of a double sidestep from the number 9, I believe it was. He kind of sidestepped one way, went the other, and then went back the other, and then found the offload. But in the end, USA able to win that game by 3 points. The big factor, I think, late in the game was people were kind of confused at why Uruguay kicked the ball out when they were losing by 3 points. But this is a 2-match kind of aggregate type arrangement. So that just means, yes, they're going to be at a 3-point disadvantage, but the last thing they would have wanted was for the USA to score a try right at the end of that game and then have to catch up around that 10 points.
Where were they at the point when they kicked it out? Like, where on the field?
Right, so they were actually on their own 22. So they decided, since it was already a penalty to the USA and they kicked for the corner, got up to that 22 mark, they stole the line out, and it just seemed like the better option to kick that ball into touch rather than risking trying to run 70 or 80 metres to get yourself back into that game. Could it be costly? Maybe. But we will have to wait and see.
I think that's a decent. I think that's fine now. Having a look at that, I think that's fine in your own half. If you I guess like a team like New Zealand would not have done that. A team like Australia would not have done that. They would have gone for it because that's what the smart thing to do is. I'm sorry, this is not the smart thing to do. But I get it. It's weak and it's poor. It's really stupid. But in the same sense, if that's what you need to do, then that's what you need to do, man. But when you're playing a team like USA and that's your thought process, don't even bother thinking about you're going to get through the group stages of the World Cup with that kind of thought process.
Does it change your opinion when you find out that they only scored one try from a big forward round the side, whereas the USA had a couple running kind of rugby tries? Does it make you think maybe with the Uruguay's kind of big attacking forwards game plan that maybe they just didn't feel like that backline was going to be capable enough?
Yeah, but that's now them down to their own lack of quality. Like okay, fine, yeah, fair enough. But that's down to their own lack of quality, and like, there's no point thinking you're going to get through any group stages in the World Cup. Like, obviously, I know that they don't really believe it, but like, it's just really negative kind of game style thought process to kick it out there because, yeah, you don't want to risk it. Oh, man, like, I'm sorry, like, I get it, but I don't get it because then again, I'm a supporter of a tier 1 nation, and you are too, so we think in a positive light, and they didn't do that. But that could be just their game plan. I don't know, mate. I don't know. But the next game, obviously, Canada versus Chile. Canada won 22-21 over Chile in that first game as well. What were your thoughts?
Very close game once again. All of the games, now I think about it, for actually the Gallagher Premiership were all very, very close matches. And it seemed to be either that we were having complete runaways in this weekend or it was going to be like all these games going down to the wire. We actually, for one of those matches of the Gallagher Premiership as well, Saracens versus Leicester, there was one try in that match, and it was in the 81st minute for Leicester to be able to get that win. But looking back at this game as well, very close. Couldn't see the highlights, unfortunately, here in New Zealand. Couldn't find them, unfortunately.
Don't say here in New Zealand like it's only a New Zealand thing. Don't say that. Don't give them that kind of out there. No way. Don't do it. Just buddies, just say, yeah, we didn't get any highlights because you don't know how to put highlights.
No, it was unfortunate, but I'm sure if it was anything like that USA versus Uruguay game, which when I saw that they did do the full match on YouTube for that game, I thought, oh, we might get ourselves a nice Canada versus Chile match as well, but didn't happen, unfortunately. So hopefully it's a good game next week, and whoever wins that one, as long as Chile either win it by 2 points or Canada just win it, they will be going through to face off the loser of Uruguay versus the USA's second match in terms of that aggregate.
So as we've said before, USA could play Canada in the next round, right?
Yes, they could indeed. And I want to say it's a 2-match series, but I really hope it's only one because...
Oh, surely it would be. No, it'd be a 2-match series. It would be. Like, straight up, it just simply would be, again, a 2-match series because otherwise it would differentiate from literally everything that we normally have. But, yeah, anything else to say that before we jump into the next Australia-Argentina game?
Not a whole lot other than please show us some of these games here in the Southern Hemisphere as well. We want to watch them. We see the highlights of some of these games occasionally, and they look pretty good. So we would love to be able to watch them in full length at a random hour in the morning.
Well, this is the reason why I'm not even really partaking a great deal in this conversation right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the reason because it just I don't. There's no point talking about something on a great deal besides reading out the result for you guys, because obviously, yeah, nothing. We never get to see anything. We simply never get to see anything, and it really is frustrating. It is really frustrating. But anyway, let's move into the Australia versus Argentina game.